but there's no stairs or elevators. But then, this caught me. I'm gonna build an elevator. Now, if you're a frequent viewer here, there's something that you might already know, or if you're new here, there's one thing that you might want to know about me is that I like to modify existing Lego sets. Nowadays, when people don't like a set, they tend to complain about it, saying that, oh, they should have done this instead of that, or they should have added this or removed this, yada yada yada. So in my opinion, if you don't like the set, you either don't buy it, or you build it the way you want it. In terms like you fix it, you tweak it in your own creation. You tend to like satisfy yourself into how you want it to be. Just like in my other past examples that I modified the mobile bat base to make the trailer a bit longer, and my car transporter, I decided to add another hitch, another section to it just to make it look more cool. So in this case, I did another Lego set. I did just that with this city set, this school day. This is set 60329. I really like this set in terms of how it was designed. At first, I bought this set to like have another idea for a video, but when I started building it, I have some other stuffs. Hey, look, we got a Billy Madison. Billy Madison?
Hello, Billy Madison.
I said, reading is good. Can we start the story now?
Overall, I had fun building this set. It was satisfactory to a certain standard, except when I built it, it was starting to have some issues, and it was likely due to the building. First of all, I like to say there's a good variety of minifigures here between students and a teacher and a crossing guard, and that bike lane tile, that is magnificent. But in terms of the building, it's always things about Lego when they design these type of buildings is that it's so small, everything is so cramped. That's the general problem. Like everything is just like so stuck together. It's like there's no space for anything. And another thing is like it's always these multi-levels. So in this case, the school is 2 levels. But there's always the fact that a minifigure just likes to pop on just out of nowhere. They just like seem to be there. But where's the access to it? How do they access from one floor to the other? And then the issue became bigger with one minifigure in this set. That is the boy in the wheelchair. Is he cute? Looks like Ralphie. Reminds me of Ralphie from the Magic School Bus. Kinda looks like a Ralphie. I'm gonna call him Ralphie, okay? So the thing with Ralphie is, alright, I'll take it that all these minifigures can magically appear from the first floor to the second floor. Maybe they can fly, who knows? But even if they can fly, but wheelchairs, how do you get them up there? It's like you need some stairs or some elevator or something, but there's no stairs or elevators. But then, this caught me. I'm gonna build an elevator. Actually, I designed an elevator already, especially for Ralphie. I designed it specifically for him, and now it all makes sense now for this set. How he will be able to get from one floor to the other with an elevator, of course. So how did I come up with this idea? The inspiration actually came from a friend set that I built a while back. That is the Main Street building, and one of the features in them, there was this elevator that helped a girl in a wheelchair access her apartment building from one floor to the other, similar to this. That's how I came up with this idea. It's very cool that Lego is actually recognizing the handicapped community nowadays with all these sets and with minifigures that come out over these past years. And it's very good, but they're just not doing enough for them. How can you have one elevator in that friend set and not with another? But in general, it certainly makes sense to have stairs or elevator in sets when you have buildings like this, right? So in terms of designing it, I didn't want to simply just take that elevator design from the friend set and apply it to here. I want the concept, but I don't want the exact same thing. It's simply just copy and paste. I did not want to do that. I want to have my own inspiration, my own ideas into it, how to like make it work. And so I kind of looked at pictures at it at first and video footage of what I recorded in the past, and I tried to look at it, get some ideas, but I try not to look at it for too long, as I don't want to like, the more I look at it, the more I'm just gonna simply do exactly the same thing. I do not want to do that at all. So eventually I just like winged it. I just started taking pieces and start building. How did the building came out? I'll show you how I did it. So I wanted to build the elevator part first because that's the most important part, and I need a big enough plate just to fit the wheelchair right in the middle, so it's not too big and not too small. So this 6x6 plate will do it. So I started off with the idea of building a ramp first for the wheelchair to come in and out of. So I took these like hinge pieces and I started building and forming them together. Then I added these slope pieces to make a curb so the wheels can roll onto it. And there we have a ramp. It's a nice, cool blue color. So that was one ramp, and then it came up to me that I should build a second ramp. The reason for the second ramp is for the wheelchair to come in from one side and exit out the other side. So I did another one. Just to make it interesting, a different concept of blue for the slopes, and I didn't have enough of these blue pieces, so I used what I have from what I have in that little box of pieces. Then we got it nice and snuggle. And we gotta raise it up a little, so we're gonna add some pieces here. There, now we got two ramps. They can raise. Kind of hard because these are old pieces and they're kind of stiff. So here, now we got two ramps that can both raise and lower and such. Now we got to build around it. I found this little cell phone piece that was pretty cool, so I came up with this idea of adding it into the elevator as like a remote control. So Ralphie here can control the elevator going up and down as he likes without anyone else having to do it for him. So build around it. So he's nice and cuddly in there. Now we got to build the back part. Back part, I just need something to stop it in the back so it doesn't roll around. So I came up with this like makeshift design, add like these slow pieces just like to slow it down so it just stays in place. And then you add to the back, and then they add these pieces on the side. That is mainly for how the elevator, it will help how the elevator will go up and down later. Oops, I put it in the wrong spot. Same thing for here. I know there needs to be some Technic pieces involved, so it's not perfect, but added some these Technic bricks with pinholes in them. That will be played along later and how the elevator will go up and down and how it will hold. Then I built the elevator shaft. I just took these wall pieces and just like stacked them on top of each other and just like put them almost side by side. And I add some tile pieces on the bottom so the bottom end of the elevator part doesn't stick to the studs. So take the elevator here and then like put it in between the middle. And so this part will wrap around the elevator shaft so it doesn't go anywhere except up and down. At first this concept was it seemed pretty difficult because I had a very difficult design in my head, as I was like wondering am I gonna make it gonna work, but it turns out to be much more easier than I thought with what pieces I have in hand. So this is what I came up with at the end. Now I just need to add the elevator to the set. This part here is perfect because I don't know why Lego decided to not have a wall up here just to make it complete, but it works to my advantage. So the elevator is going to be set up right here. So what I did was I took a plate that fits perfectly right here. So I just made it connect to the set and then put the shaft right next to it, and then add another brick here to connect it. Having a hard time from this angle. Now I'm gonna pop the elevator into the shaft, so right there. Now I need to do a little something here. Well, before that, I just want to say that I did not have to break apart the set to apply this elevator in. I just need to add some more additional pieces. But here, I'll take one of the desks out here so there's room for the ramp to come down, and then I add a makeshift piece here, a Technic pinhole piece, so I can add it up here. So that's where the elevator will lock in place. That's where I used this Technic bar here, and I put it in between right here where the pinholes are that I had before. Now it's all ready. All that's left is to test it out. School bus can come in here through the back because apparently, well, there's a half building here, so there's access. Let me put you guys down. And Ralphie can come down the ramp, and then I drop this ramp down from the elevator so he can go in. Close it back up. So now time to go up. So I just raise it. And remember that Technic pinhole? I just push in the bar. Now it's all locked in place. Can I bring you guys a little bit in closer? So there you go. So now I can drop down the ramp on the other side that I had before, right? So now, Ralphie safely landed on the second floor. So now to come back out, just simply reverse. Need to raise that thing up. Pieces are really stiff. Again, they're old, and it came from like a bulk lot of pieces. So all I take is take out the Technic bar and just like come back down, nice and slow. Gotta bring down the ramp. And there you have it. Ralphie is safe back down on the first floor. Neat. Whenever I get ideas like this and actually building it, I get so excited and I'd be so satisfied at the end because you're just using your creativity to build whatever you like, and that's the beauty of Lego. You get to do whatever you want basically, however you feel like it, with no repercussions, no consequences whatsoever. And you're very satisfied at the end like me. So I guess the message to send out is like, let your creativity flow, because that's what Lego is all about. So I guess we'll send it out here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little build here that I made. And stick around too. You never know when my next fun idea would be. This just like came out of nowhere, and I'm really happy with this. So we'll see you next time. And in the meantime, keep on building.